Hello! Today we're looking at Winnie the Pooh Snow Parade game. Just appreciating the art on the side of the box. There's Rabbit and Eeyore, there's Tigger being unhappy, and there's Pooh and Piglet carrying a Christmas tree. There we go. Let's show everyone off again. Back of the box. Looks awfully familiar. Checking out the art on here again. Here's the setup. We have these thick tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll see what they are. Why look. Pooh, Piglet, Tigger, Rabbit, Kanga and Roo, and Eeyore. This does seem awfully familiar. And here's the tiles that you'll be having. What you'll do is you'll flip one over, there's 6 of them, and you'll go through and you have to play the game cooperatively. And see how they're arranged at the start like this? What you need to do is play your cards to get them to go into this order up here, and then you would flip to the next one and try to rearrange them into that order. How do you do that? You'll have cards, and there's numbers 1 and 2. Shuffle the 1s, shuffle the 2s, stick them on top. Place them over here, like so. In a 2-player game, you deal out 3. In a 3 to 4-player game, 2 cards each. We'll do that. So 3 players will have 2 cards. Youngest player first, of course. And on your turn, you'll play 1 card, and then after you play a card, you draw a card back up to a hand of 2. And for that, for an example, say Eeyore is pretty much in place. Rabbit is in place, so that's good. But we're going to need Kanga and Piglet to kind of switch somehow. So for now, that won't be able to happen. But let's say this player goes first. They'll play their Winnie the Pooh card. Put that in the discard. And then Pooh will move 1 back or front. And that's how you do it. If you were to play a Tigger, you can move Tigger 1 space, back or front, replacing the side that they're in. Or, both players can play 1 card and swap a card. So let's say it's this player's turn. They'll be like, alright, let's swap Tigger with Piglet. And that would cause this to swap places. So it's not just jumping ahead, it'll be swapping. Now these 2 are here, and these 2 are here. Now these 2 need to move. So on the next turn, so now it's this player's turn, they'll play the Christopher Robin, which is a wild card. And they'll play with their Kanga, and then they'll swap these places, and we have now matched what is here. So I'll move on to the next tile and try to complete that one. Winnie the Pooh Snow Parade is definitely the Frosty the Snowman Follow the Leader game. That's just it. That's what it is. Ain't that something, Funko? From a couple years ago, a couple years later, they just reskinned with Winnie the Pooh. Indeed. This game has 6 tiles, so it's pretty hard to get through all 6. Very, very hard. It got kind of frustrating. The Frosty the Snowman only had 5. But not knowing, we thought you had to go through all 6 of the tiles for the easy, medium, and hard mode game. No. Right here, it still says, for a hard game, complete 5 parade tiles. So why are there 6? Do you get to just choose? It doesn't say anything about just choosing or getting rid of 1. You lose the game when you run out of cards to draw. But if you can still play from your hand, you keep going. But if you can't play any more cards, that's it. That's the game, and then you just figure out how many of the tiles you went through. That's why it's 1 to 2. 1, once you know you get the 2, you know you're getting close to the end of the game. If you complete 3, you win easy. For a medium game, you need 4, and for a hard, you need 5. Definitely try 6. Frosty is a little bit more fun, and more disappointing is these cards are definitely smaller than how they used to be, because the cards used to fit this entire thing here. These are smaller, so they're smaller cards to get an extra tile, but the cards are smaller, and it's kind of a shame. Don't like that. And that's the game. Yeah, it's pretty much the Frosty the Snowman one. It's 100%, just a reskin. Just different, just a Winnie the Pooh version. So the downside is, got to give it a few less stars because that's all it is. I love Winnie the Pooh, I love the game, but it's like, why not just play the Frosty one? So this was kind of a cheap way for them to get a game out this year. But it's still something, why not? And it could be more challenging if you want to go for the 6-1. And that's it. more 12 Days Christmas game to come. Only a few more left. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that. And thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.